It's been a long day. So, how's it going, everybody? I hope you're doing well. It is Friday night, and we are in the middle of a snowstorm. I wouldn't say it's a blizzard, but they were saying we were supposed to get 1, maybe 2 inches. I think we woke up this morning to 4, and it's been coming down heavy, heavy, heavy all day long. I have no idea what it's going to end up totaling by tomorrow morning, but that's kind of the reason why things have gotten a little bit more cramped in here. Last night at about 8:30, when the weather alerts and everything came across, my neighbor and I made the decision that any boats that we have outside, they need to get in because it hadn't started snowing yet, so we need to get the boats in just in case, because being right here on Lake Superior, you never know what's going to happen with the weather. They could say 1 to 2 inches and you wake up and it's a foot, or they could say it's a foot of snow expected and you don't even get a dusting. So you never know. So this time, at least this time of year, when they say that there's a good chance that snow is going to be coming, you just in case, you kind of protect cover your bases. So I had to move this. This is my dad's boat, or my dad's old boat. Moved that in last night about 8:30, just in case. So I had to shuffle everything around the house. So got it in barely. I think I've got about 1 inch of clearance between the tongue of the trailer and the front door, but it fit, and that's all that mattered. So for this video, Saturday video, what I wanted to do is kind of go through the delivery from Jamestown came in not too long ago. Actually, the boxes are still cold. I was hoping that they would have been a little bit earlier this week, because then I would have been able to use some of this to make some initial progress on the Bertram, but they didn't get here till late tonight. Any event, but they got here, and looks like they're undamaged. So at this point, what I'd like to do, because I don't really know what all is in here, so what I'd like to do is, it's a little bit of a little cliche kind of a thing, but I'm dying to see what's in this, so I figured we'll do a little bit of unboxing just to kind of see what kind of goodies we're going to be able to kind of play around with and show and test and highlight on this Bertram project. So that's kind of my plan. There's been a lot of changing of the schedules, a lot of it based on these not being here until now. So I'll explain a lot more of that on tomorrow's video, on Sunday morning's video. So in the meantime, let's see what we got. It's not too heavy. Oh, let's see. Cool. All right, we got some total fare, which is always good to have on hand. And what the heck is this? Paint. The Total Boat Elixir paint. I have not ever used this. I've never used it. So looks like it's just a one-part paint. That's kind of cool. Easy pouring. You're not going to have. That's one thing that always bugged the crap out of me, is when you're trying to pour paint out of paint cans. You always get that little dribble down the front, and it makes a mess. Oh, looks like we got another thing of paint. What is this? Oh, this is varnish. Again, kind of cool packaging. I have not used this, the Halcyon. This I have not used yet, so that will be fun to play around with. And wow, this is this is a lot better caulking gun than I've ever had. Ooh, that's smooth. All right. Newborn Brothers. I have to try it out. Okay, round box 1. All right, what's this? Jesus. All right, I'm guessing it's got some epoxy in it. It's heavy. Do my razor. Okay. Stickers. Stickers are always cool, although I already have a bunch of them. Wow, there's, what is all this? What is this? Oh, gel coat. All right, awesome. Gel coat, I have used quite a bit of theirs, and it's, I really like it. Let's see, pumps, more pumps. Come on, don't be like that. And more pump. Why in the world do I need so many pumps? Oh, I know what these are for. These are the these like self-mixing tips that for these. If you're not familiar with this stuff, it basically a lot of their caulking, and Pettit's come out with some of this stuff too. But it's in a single cartridge. You've got your catalyst and then your base, whatever that happens to be. It's usually some sort of an epoxy. This is it's their flexible epoxy, which I've tried before. It works really well, but that makes a lot more sense. But it was a bear to gun out of these tubes, which I'm guessing, which is why they sent this heavy-duty caulking gun. I mean, on my other, the typical, kind of caulking gun you get out of a big box store. I had one of these cartridges in the old caulking gun, and I had to double fist that thing and almost have an aneurysm trying to gun it out. So I'm guessing that there's a special type of caulking gun, maybe that's got a higher, like a 8-to-1 or 12-to-1, whatever the ratio is for how much you squeeze and how far the plunger goes. I don't know. We'll have to try that one out. But so we got. Let's see. So we got 2 tubes of the flexible epoxy, and then 2 tubes of the regular old. I don't know how you pronounce that. If it's Thixo, I think it's pronounced Thixo, Thixo. But 2 more tubes of that, which is very handy to have. Set that over there. And paintbrush. Flex. All right, now this is something I'm actually curious to try out. And I think this is a newer product for them, but it's their flexible epoxy. And I'm guessing it's similar to this, the Flex stuff, except it's not thickened. So this is still a liquid. And I've used this, not this particular brand, but I've used the flexible epoxy in past projects to fix just stubborn cracks in really, really awkward areas. And it worked. It worked. None of those cracks have come back, and the boats on those projects now have been 4 years old now, and holding strong. So that was a little on that project. I usually don't do experiments like that on projects, but I had to in that situation. I just didn't really have any other way to approach it. But so I did it as an experiment, and lo and behold, it worked. So this is going to be kind of a new little thing that I'm going to show on some of these cracks up on the forward part of this Bertram here. So that will be interesting to see how that plays out. And okay, so what's the difference? All right, so they sent me 2 cans of the gel coat. Both are non-wax because they know how much I hate having wax pre-mixed into my resins. So that is awesome. What in the world? You know what? Paul's here, so I've got company. I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. I'm guessing this is going to be some type of epoxy. The gripper. I don't know, whatever it is, it's, oh, difficult to get out of here. Oh, all right. Oh, they changed their packaging. It's in a metal can now. Before it used to be actually in a plastic box. Or not a plastic, yeah, a plastic bottle. But laminating resin, which, yeah, you know, you all know how much I love my laminating resins. Let's see, stir sticks and a little plastic spatula, which I will say, I'm used to working with these little tongue depressors. These things are really nice. These are actual, they're not full-size paint sticks, but a lot better than a tongue depressor. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Let's grab this one next. Oh, Jesus. This has got to be epoxy. I get the razor. Here it is. Hey, bubble wrap. All right. Ow. So let's see. All right. So here's the 5-to-1 epoxy. That's the resin. Ow. And oh, and they're 2-to-1. Well, that's cool. I didn't think they were going to send me both of them. All right. So here's my understanding, is that because I wasn't quite sure what the differences were between a 5-to-1 and a 2-to-1 type of epoxy, but from what I've gathered, is that the 5-to-1 is going to be more rigid. You know, it's not going to have as much flex to it. It's also a little bit thicker. Now the 2-to-1 is going to be a thinner viscosity, but it's also going to have a lot more flex. And the way that Jamestown described this to me is that basically, if you're going to be working on like wooden boats, you know, things where there's a lot of flex going on, the 2-to-1 is actually the better choice. And if I'm going to be trying this on pre-coating some bright work, like if I'm going to be having a lot of the wood trim that I'm going to be having on this Bertram, what I use, well, kind of the process that I like to go through is I like to do all my build-up coats with epoxy, and then do the final 2, maybe 3 coats with actual varnish. So since wood expands and contracts, I'm probably going to want to be using the 2-to-1 epoxy with, oh God, I hope they sent me a clear hardener. Here's the 5-to-1 hardener for that. The medium 2-to-1. Clear. Cool. All right, so I will be able to do that. So I got the hardeners for that. What in the heck is this? Another 5-to-1. All right, so I got 2 gallons of the 5-to-1 and a gallon of the 2-to-1, which I suppose that makes sense. All right. Awesome, awesome. Now this, I think I know what's in here. I'm going to save this one for last, because I'm not 100% positive, but I think I know what's in there. Let's see if we can get some of this stuff out of the way here. And they don't, all right, so now, wait, this has got some weight to it too. What the heck did they send me? I'm thinking I should have opened this one first. It would have made a lot more room on the bench. Let's see, another sticker. Maybe well, I don't know. If anybody be interested in some stickers, let me know. I'll send them off. I've got more here than, no world is that? I got more here than I need. I've already got a couple on my front door of my shop, so I don't need any more. If you want some more, let me know. I'll send them off. All right. Cups. You can never have enough cups. And there's some filters and gloves and some of my lovely, lovely, what in the world is this? it's light, whatever. Well, that one was light. This one's not so much. And this one's light. I don't know. I got to get rid of this box here. Hold on one second. Set that right there for now. Okay, this. No idea. Absolutely no idea. Oh, okay. I didn't know that they were doing that. So they also got some of their glass micro balloons. This you can mix with like your regular poly resin for making a kind of like a DIY fairing compound. It's because of the micro balloons. It sands really easy. I would say it's probably right along the lines of, well, kind of like West Systems 410. As far as sanding, that's my guess. Silica. So this is another type of thickener. Usually don't use this for fairing. You mix this with resin, and it basically turns to cement or concrete. But this is essentially, you know, kind of trying to make this or equate this to something comparable that is more more well known. This is right along the lines of the West Systems, their 406, their silica, you know, filler, which is very handy to have. Now this, I have no idea. It is heavy. Oh, that's why it's so heavy. Milled glass fibers. I like this stuff and I hate it because it is so itchy. I mean, as soon as you crack the lid off, it just starts floating. So, yeah, I don't know how much I'll actually be using this, but it's good to have. You never know. You never know. All right, so what else was in here? The heck is this? Oh, get out. That's awesome. Nice little down fleece vest. Dry duck. That's cool. That will absolutely get used. And a nice little hat. What the hell? It's Christmas time, right? I have no idea what it looks like. All right. Now this is the last. This is the last box. Now, again, I think I know what's in here, but I don't know for sure. I got more stickers. Let's see. We got the tape on here. I'm taking this thing off. I'm not really a hat kind of guy. Holy moly. Well, I can't stretch it all out, but it's their banner. Actually, no, this is actually going to be pretty cool because on Wednesdays, in probably, well, it's still going to be about 2 more weeks. I need to get this, it's a special type of live broadcast microphone camera setup thing well, for a one-person show, which that's all it would be. I mean, when I'm doing the broadcasts or the live streams, it's just going to be me. I don't have someone else to help control cameras and all that other garbage. So this thing that I wanted to get, I think it's called a Mevo, a Mevo camera. But anyways, you can control everything, from your phone. You can change camera angles, and it's pretty slick. But it's $1,000, and I don't have that yet. But so that's kind of my holdup right now for being able to start doing the live streams. But it's coming. My God. This is like that, what is it, the old clowns that used to be able to pull the stuff right out and keep on going out of their mouth? All right, and it looks like that's it. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, good size.
It is a nice size banner. Nice. Notice anything different? Oh, other than I haven't woken up yet. Good morning. I was going through and doing my edit this morning, and I realized that I never actually signed off from last night. I had someone was here while I was finishing up the last bit of recording, and I felt really awkward about that. I've never had anybody else here in the shop when I've been recording, and it was just a little weird, But anyways. Just want to say, thanks for watching. I hope, this is. I think this is going to be pretty interesting to see how all this plays out. There are some products in here that I've never used, and I'm looking forward to it. I have no doubt it's going to be really, really good. But again, it's just kind of fun to always be, using. It's just always kind of fun to play around with something that's new. You know what I mean? So, anyways. Hope you're having a great weekend. I will see you again on Monday afternoon because of the changing around in schedules that I had to do with the materials showing up when they did. I am going to be going through and doing a kind of an overview on my spray setup. I know there's been quite a few people that's been asking about that, so I can look forward to that on Monday afternoon. And until then, again, thank you as always for everything, and I will see you then. Take care. Have a great weekend.